A day of reckoning is upon us where the guilty are judged and the innocent do not escape unscathed. On this night there is no salvation, only darkness. Judgment is here. WWE Judgment Day, coming to you live on this channel.
Rest in peace.
The World Heavyweight Championship, it's my destiny. At Judgment Day, I take what's mine.
This title, it means everything. I fought to the top, and I'll fight anyone to stay there.
Two superstars, one destiny. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. SmackDown and PlayStation 2 present WWE Judgment Day. Live 1 week from now, only on this YouTube channel. 3 warriors, 1 crown, no second chances. Benoit, precision, perfection. Bobby Lashley, power you can't ignore. Booker T, speed, skill, and the will to win. 3 men enter, only one will leave a king. Who will claim the throne? SmackDown and PlayStation 2 presents WWE Judgment Day, live this Sunday, only on this YouTube channel. He thought he could mock the past, humiliate the legend, and control the present. But one man won't stand for it. One man will settle the score. Judgment Day, Rey Mysterio versus JBL United States Championship. It's personal, brutal, unforgettable. SmackDown and PlayStation 2 presents WWE Judgment Day, live this Sunday, only on this YouTube channel. This Sunday, destiny will decide the fate of the World Heavyweight Championship.
WrestleMania was a fluke. But this time, I make the rules.
You think you can take what's mine? I'll show you what it means to stand tall.
2 men, 1 unstoppable champion, 1 destined challenger. In a last man standing battle that will shake SmackDown to its core. SmackDown and PlayStation 2 presents WWE Judgment Day, live this Sunday, only on this YouTube channel. A few weeks ago, the arena went dark, and the dead man returned to reclaim his yard. But one man didn't back down. Finlay took from him what cannot be taken.
Undertaker, I'm not here to run, I'm here to fight.
But you cannot bury what refuses to die. Finlay. Undertaker, the brawler who loves to fight against the dead who can never fall. SmackDown and PlayStation 2 presents WWE Judgment Day, live this Sunday, only on this YouTube channel.
Finlay, at Judgment Day you will rest in peace.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the official SmackDown Judgment Day press conference. I'm Kristal Marshall, and we're just days away from one of the most talked about events on the SmackDown calendar, Judgment Day. Today, we've got several of SmackDown's top superstars here to answer questions and give us a preview of what to expect this Sunday. We'll be hearing from the World Heavyweight Champion Batista, the Legend Killer Randy Orton, the United States Champion JBL, and the high-flying Rey Mysterio. We're also joined by 3 men who will battle in the King of the Ring finals at Judgment Day: Booker T, Benoit, and Bobby Lashley, all with one goal in mind: to be crowned the next King of the Ring. And representing the SmackDown Women's Division, the always classy and talented Stacy Keibler. And now, to officially kick things off, please welcome the man who runs SmackDown, the general manager himself, Theodore.
Thank you, Kristal. And let me just say, it's great to see all of you here today, Playa. Now we are 5 days away from one of the biggest SmackDown events of the year, Judgment Day. And this Sunday, it all goes down live from Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, I tell you right now, this is going to be one event you don't want to miss, because the SmackDown Superstars are bringing it all to the table. We got the World Heavyweight Champion Batista, who will defend his title in one of the most brutal matches you can imagine, a last man standing match against the Legend Killer Randy Orton. 2 of SmackDown's very best, no excuses, no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is to keep your opponent down for the count of 10. You best believe that's gonna get intense. We've also got a special moment this Sunday. Stacy Keibler will be competing in her final match. She'll be going one-on-one with Melina, and I can promise you that's going to be one to remember. And that's not all. The Undertaker will step into the ring with Finlay. Now, y'all know Finlay loves to fight, but the dead man, he don't back down from anybody. That match right there could shake Judgment Day to its very core. And last but definitely not least, the King of the Ring Finals. It's a triple threat showdown between Booker T, Chris Benoit, and Bobby Lashley. Three of SmackDown's toughest competitors, all fighting for the crown and the right to be called king. I can't wait to see who walks out wearing that crown, baby. So this Sunday, May 22nd, Judgment Day comes to Scottsdale, Arizona. And trust me, players, it's gonna be off the chain.
Our first guest today is someone who has been a part of WWE for years and has left a lasting impression on this industry. This Sunday at Judgment Day, she will step into the ring for the final time as she goes one-on-one with Melina in her last match. And please welcome Stacy Keibler.
Thank you so much. You know, this Sunday at Judgment Day, I step into the ring one last time. And I wish I could say it was on my terms, but last week Melina made it personal. She blindsided me in the parking lot because she wants everyone to believe she's the top diva on SmackDown. She wants to erase everything I've done. But Melina, before anyone else, I was the face of this division. I am the sexiest SmackDown diva in SmackDown history, and I earned that. This Sunday isn't just about Melina. It's about saying thank you to the fans who stood by me, to everyone who believed in me. Judgment Day will be my final match, and I promise I'm leaving it all in that ring.
Up next, we turn our attention to the King of the Ring tournament. Our next guest is a former 5-time WCW World Champion, a future Hall of Famer, and a man who has made it crystal clear that the crown belongs to him. This Sunday, he competes in the King of the Ring Triple Threat Final with one goal in mind: to become king. Please welcome Booker T.
King of the Ring means something. It always has. You win this tournament, you don't just get a crown, you put yourself in position for a World Heavyweight Championship. And this Sunday at Judgment Day, I'm in there with Chris Benoit and Bobby Lashley. Two tough guys, two guys everybody loves to talk about. Benoit's been doing the same thing his whole career. Lashley's still learning how this business works. Me, I've been in this business long enough to know when the moment matters. And I didn't come this far to watch either one of them get crowned King of the Ring. Judgment Day, I handle my business. Now can you dig that, suckers?
And completing the King of the Ring Triple Threat Final is a man whose reputation is built on discipline, toughness, and relentless intensity. He has fought his way to this opportunity, and this Sunday, he looks to stand alone as King of the Ring. Please welcome Chris Benoit.
Booker, you want to stand up here and say I've done the same things my whole career? But every time we've crossed paths in that ring, I've made you tap out. So don't sit there and act like you don't know who I am. You talk about wanting to be a king. You talk about wanting to be the heavyweight champion of the world. But here's the truth, Booker. You're not becoming one. Because when it comes down to wrestling, when it comes down to pain, pressure, and submission, I've always been better than you. And Bobby Lashley, You're strong, you're explosive. But strength doesn't make you king of the ring. Sacrificing your body day in and day out for this business makes you a king. Hell, it makes you a world champion. This Sunday at Judgment Day, it's a triple threat. One man earns that crown. This isn't just a tournament to me. This is my passion. This is what I've sacrificed my body for. This is my destiny. I am the best damn technical wrestler in this business today. But Sunday night, I become king of the ring.
This Sunday, the tournament reaches its climax in a triple threat match, and this man has powered his way into the finals with pure dominance and intensity. Please welcome one of the finalists in the King of the Ring, Bobby Lashley.
I've heard Booker T talk about being a king. I've heard Chris Benoit talk about being the best. But neither one of you is talking about right now. Booker, you've done a lot in this business. But last week, inside that steel cage, this wasn't about history. It was about who could walk out on their own 2 feet, and I did. Chris, you can call yourself the best technical wrestler in this business. I'm not here to argue that, but I'm here to stand across from you and find out. This Sunday at Judgment Day, this is the biggest match of my career. Not because of who I'm facing, but because of what's on the line. King of the Ring changes everything. King of the Ring puts you next in line. King of the Ring puts you one step away from the World Heavyweight Championship, and I know exactly where I'm going. I know I'm the next big thing on SmackDown. I know I belong in the main event. At Judgment Day, I'm not trying to make a statement. I'm taking my place. One of us walks out King of the Ring. And when I do, that's when the whole world starts talking about Bobby Lashley.
Our next guest will be challenging for championship gold this Sunday. At Judgment Day, he goes one-on-one with the United States Champion JBL for the United States Championship. However, earlier today, JBL informed WWE officials that he would not be attending this press conference. According to JBL, his decision was made out of concern for Rey Mysterio's safety, claiming that he didn't trust himself to be in the same room with his challenger before Judgment Day. So while the United States Champion chose not to appear, his challenger is here. Please welcome Rey Mysterio.
Before I say anything else, I want to thank Mr. McMahon. After everything that happened last Friday, after JBL tried to take this out of the ring and into the courtroom, Mr. McMahon made sure this stayed where it belongs, in the ring. Kristal just told everyone that JBL didn't show up today. He says it's for my protection. The truth is, JBL has no cojones. He cost me my chance in the King of the Ring. He stuck his nose where it didn't belong, and then he crossed the line. He disrespected a man who isn't here to defend himself, a man who was my brother, a man who meant everything to me, Eddie Guerrero. JBL didn't just make this about a championship. He made it personal. Every time I've gone after JBL these past few weeks, it wasn't about revenge. It was about respect. You do not speak Eddie Guerrero's name for attention. You do not attempt to tarnish his legacy. And you do not walk away without consequences. This Sunday at Judgment Day, the United States Championship means pride, it means honor, and it means carrying yourself the right way. I'm dedicating this match to my friend, to my brother, Eddie Guerrero. Esto es para ti, hermano. Siempre estarás conmigo.
This Sunday, we will see a major showdown as Finlay goes one-on-one with The Undertaker. Will Finlay conquer the dead man, or will The Undertaker make Finlay rest in peace? We'll find out this Sunday. But right now, let's introduce the man who defeated The Undertaker to become the #1 contender, and then pinned the World Heavyweight Champion to earn the right to choose the stipulation for their match. This Sunday at Judgment Day, he challenges for the World Heavyweight Championship in a last man standing match. Please welcome the challenger, Randy Orton.
You know, it's funny listening to everyone talk about Judgment Day like the outcome isn't already written. I didn't just wake up one morning and decide I wanted a World Heavyweight Championship match. I beat The Undertaker to become the #1 contender. And then I pinned Batista, the World Heavyweight Champion, in the middle of that ring. So when I chose the stipulation, I didn't do it for drama. I did it because I know exactly how this ends. Last man standing. Batista and I didn't meet in this business as enemies. We were part of the most dominant group this industry has ever seen. Evolution, Triple H, Ric Flair. They were the past, they were the present, and I was the future. I became the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in WWE history because I was supposed to. Not because someone believed in me, but because I was better than everyone else in that locker room. Batista likes to talk about how he stepped out of Triple H's shadow, how he made his own name. Batista wouldn't even be standing where he is today if it weren't for Evolution. And neither would I. The difference is Batista needed guidance, I needed opportunity. And Sunday night, Batista isn't stepping into the ring with a challenger. He's stepping into the ring with the man who knows every weakness he has. Last man standing isn't about power. It's about punishment. It's about how much damage you're willing to take and how much you're willing to give. And Batista has never been in the ring with someone who is as patient, as focused, and as dangerous as I am right now. At Judgment Day, WrestleMania doesn't repeat itself. I was the youngest World Heavyweight Champion once. This Sunday, I become World Heavyweight Champion once again.
And finally, our last guest today is the World Heavyweight Champion. He has carried this championship with pride and intensity, and this Sunday, he will defend it in one of the most brutal matches imaginable. At Judgment Day, the World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line in a last man standing match. Please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, Batista.
You know, I've been standing back there listening to Randy Orton talk about destiny, talk about history, talk about what he thinks is inevitable. And I'm not going to sit here and let him rewrite mine. Yes, we were both part of Evolution. Yes, we stood next to Triple H and Ric Flair. But don't get it twisted. I didn't become World Heavyweight Champion because of Evolution. I became World Heavyweight Champion because I broke away from it. I walked away from the safety. I walked away from the protection. And I proved that I could stand on my own 2 feet. I beat Triple H. I carried this championship. And I did it my way. Randy Orton likes to remind everybody that he was the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in history. And that's true. But what he doesn't talk about is what happened after. Randy, you pinned me. You earned your shot. You did whatever it took. But make no mistake. You didn't choose last man standing because it favors you. You chose it because you think it's the only way you can take this championship from me. And you're right about one thing. That match isn't about power. It isn't about speed. It's about heart. And I've built my entire career on getting back up when people told me I couldn't. Last man standing means there's nowhere to run. It means that when the referee starts counting, you find out who you really are. And Randy, I won't stay down. At Judgment Day, you're not facing the future. You're facing the World Heavyweight Champion. And no matter how many times you knock me down, I will be the one still standing.